In competitive games, tiny behaviors can reveal information. In poker, these clues are called tells, unintentional signals that may hint at the strength of someone's hand or their intentions. But tells aren't magic. They're just one small piece of the puzzle. A tell is a specific signal, like a glance, a pause, or a sudden change in posture. Reading an opponent is different. It's the skill of combining many signals, bet sizing, timing, past actions, and context to form the most likely explanation for what they have. Tells can be very accurate with inexperienced players, but experienced players may act intentionally to mislead you. So never rely on a tell alone. Treat it like a hint, then confirm it with logic and the story the betting is telling. A strong approach is to ask, do their actions make sense together? If the betting pattern fits a strong hand, be cautious. If the pattern doesn't fit, if it contradicts itself, you may lean toward calling more often, because bluffs often create inconsistent stories. Online, you can't see shaking hands or eye movement, but you can observe timing. Long pauses followed by a check often suggest uncertainty or weakness, sometimes someone hoping for a free card. Long pauses followed by a big bet can signal strength or an attempt to act weak. One observation is not proof, but repeated patterns are valuable. If you see the same timing behavior over and over, it becomes a reliable tendency. Keep simple notes, timing habits, bet sizes, and how often a player shows strong hands after certain actions. Another way to read opponents is by how they handle risk and reward. Some players call when the price is clearly bad, which suggests they're not thinking in probabilities. Others make disciplined folds. Understanding who is guessing and who is calculating helps you choose better lines. Participation frequency is also informative. If someone plays an unusually high number of hands, they likely enter pots with weak holdings. That doesn't mean they always bluff, but it changes what's plausible. Against very loose players, strong value hands tend to perform well over time. Bet sizing can be a tell, too. Some players choose strange-looking amounts to appear intimidating, like an odd stack that visually looks bigger. This isn't always a bluff, but it can be a psychological tactic. Again, don't assume. Combine it with the rest of the hand story. Live play adds more signals, posture shifts, facial tension, chip handling, and eye movement. A classic idea is the reverse tell. People sometimes act strong when they're weak, or act casual when they're strong, but it's not universal. So treat it as a hypothesis, not a rule. 3 common tells among beginners are: 1. Preparing to fold before it's their turn. 2. Staring intensely at the board, often when they missed. 3. Glancing at their chips right after seeing cards they like as if planning a bet. These patterns are useful only if you confirm them over multiple hands. Even with strong reads, outcomes can still go against you. Variance is part of any game with uncertainty. Focus on decision quality, not single results. Use tells as small clues. Validate with logic, track patterns, and stay disciplined. Online, timing is one of the few tells you can trust, but only when you track it. Treat every tell as a hint. Confirm it with the hand's story, and write down patterns over time. Timing is data. Notes turn it into clarity, and clarity improves decisions. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and remember, this is educational content,